that
stay with us. Stay with us because I'm also getting some breaking inputs right now. We are learning that the governor of Bihar has given 4 p.m. as the time to Nitish Kumar for the crucial meeting. This is the latest we're bringing to you. Siddhant, if I may come to you, what is the latest you're learning? How soon can we expect Nitish Kumar now to leave for the governor's residence now that we are learning that the meeting is expected to happen at 4 p.m.?
Well, we have been told that Nitish is going to march towards Raj Bhavan at around 2 p.m. But we have also been informed that the governor's house has given 4 p.m. time to Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. So initially, Nitish Kumar has sought appointment between 12:30 to 1:30, but the time that governor has given to Nitish Kumar is at 4 p.m. But our local team is also reporting this, that Nitish Kumar will march towards Raj Bhavan around 2 p.m. So there is going to be a march with Nitish Kumar along with his supporters can carry out from 1 NMR to Raj Bhavan. So this is a big development that we are getting to know, and this is perhaps the first time that the governor's house has reacted and has confirmed that around 4 p.m. we have given appointment to Nitish Kumar to meet the Honorable Governor. It would be interesting to see because, in fact, some are saying that Tejaswi Yadav is also going to accompany Nitish Kumar to Raj Bhavan, and Tejaswi Yadav will also carry that letter of support that he has and has been handed over to him by the MLAs from the Congress, RJD and the left party. So that particular letter is very important, and both the leaders are going to submit the letter of support to the government. That can also happen. Nitish Kumar can also tender his resignation. Now, how that is going to take place is something which is yet to be seen, because one needs constitutional advice in such matters. And that is
right. So that stay with us, because this is the other breaking that we are getting in on Bihar. Sources are telling CNN News 18 that Nitish Kumar will be marching towards the Raj Bhavan around 2 p.m., which is roughly an hour from now. You can expect the Bihar CM Nitish Kumar to be marching towards the Raj Bhavan, and at 4 o'clock is when that crucial meet will be taking place with the Governor. Siddhant, so this is very clear that Nitish Kumar will be marching towards the Raj Bhavan at 2 p.m. and that at 4 p.m. we can expect the meeting with the Governor to happen. Now, what happens at the meeting is the crucial question.
Well, that actually we are also trying to gather more information regarding this one meeting, because many are saying there are two possibilities in this particular situation. A, that Nitish Kumar resigns as the Chief Minister of Bihar. Once he will resign, then the cabinet will get dissolved, and then some other day he takes oath as the Chief Minister of Bihar. One is this possibly. Second, Nitish Kumar asks Governor to take to remove the BJP MLAs as minister in his government, and to accept the support of Tejaswi Yadav, backed by the MLAs from Congress, RJD and the left party. So these two are two possibilities. But again, I'm saying that whenever any politician takes such kind of steps in his political career, then he does seek advice from the legal experts, and that is exactly what Nitish Kumar is doing right now. What will be more suitable for his style of politics? What is more suitable for keeping in mind the current circumstances? And exactly that Nitish Kumar is going to do. But one thing is for sure, he's going to march towards Raj Bhavan. But it would again be interesting to see whether Tejaswi Yadav is going to accompany him today or not, because we are yet to hear from the Yadav camp. Whatever we have got to know from the Yadav camp is that Rohini Acharya has tweeted out saying, "Aa rahe hain Lalten Dhari, Raj Tilak ki karo tayari." But other than that, we have not heard anything from the Yadav camp. And in fact, Tejaswi and Tej Pratap both came till the main gate this morning. They exchanged Muharram greetings and then they went inside. But they have not spoken anything on the current political situation in the state. But next few hours are going to be very, very interesting for the state of Bihar, Kanksha, and whatever thing will happen is going to be unprecedented. Back to you.
And on that note, let me also quickly go back to Maria. Maria has also been tracking all these developments. All right, Siddhant, stay with us because before I come back to all our reporters, I'd also like to give our viewers a sense of what the Bihar Assembly position is currently like. Let's also do some number crunching right now. Remember, it is the RJD which has the maximum number of seats. You see the RJD has 79 seats, followed by the BJP which has 77 seats, and then you have the Janata Dal United with 45 seats, the Congress having 19, the CPI-ML 12, and others with 11. So, of course, remember the RJD has the maximum numbers, and the rejig had to have either the RJD or the BJP. Now, as far as the Congress is concerned, we've looked at 19. There also CPI-ML with 12. Remember, the majority mark is 122. We already know that the JDU has 45. Along with the RJD, we are now looking at the possibility of a Mahagathbandhan coming back. What will this mean for the Bihar CM? Also, what will this mean for the upcoming assembly election in 2025 for Bihar? Not to forget, even more importantly, the 2024 Lok Sabha election. For more details, let's quickly go back to Maria, who's going to break down these numbers for us. Maria, if we look at these numbers, that the JDU needed the RJD support is something which was almost expected, rather inevitable. I'd like you to talk about how the RJD will also be bearing the anti-incumbency sentiment of Nitish Kumar, because so far we know that there's been a lot of anti-incumbency against Nitish Kumar, and it is the RJD which has been gaining massive popularity.
Is any that Tejasvi Yadav emerged as a force in Bihar in the absence of his father, because Lalu Yadav at that time was in jail. So, you know, if 2020 was an indication of how the wind in Bihar was blowing or the trend that was emerging, it was RJD that gained and BJP because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's brand. 2020 elections again was about a joint mandate. It was about Nitish Kumar and brand Narendra Modi coming together. It was a mandate of these political parties. It was not a mandate for Nitish Kumar alone, because if that had been the case, Nitish had just won. His JDU won just 43 MLAs. Nitish Kumar, if this new alliance actually takes shape, because there is an indication that it's only a matter of time that Nitish Kumar will be walking out of that alliance with the BJP and forging a new alliance with the RJD, there will be questions about what next for Nitish Kumar. Will he be acquiring some kind of role at the center? Will he be being that glue which can bring various opposition parties together? But again, there is a massive trust deficit. The question is, can Congress trust him? Can other political parties trust Nitish Kumar? And is Nitish Kumar really the face of this alliance going ahead in 2025? And also, there is no guarantee really that Nitish Kumar will continue in this alliance and not walk out perhaps in the next 3.5 years that the Bihar Assembly tenure is. So multiple question remains, but what we can certainly say is that there are two clear indications that have come in. Upendra Kushwaha, who is the Bihar JDU chief, he has put out an elaborate Facebook post where he has talked about a new revolution taking shape under the leadership of Nitish Kumar, which means Nitish Kumar will be continuing as the chief minister. The second indication is that Rohini, who has announced on Twitter that her brother will be joining this government. For her to say that it is about Raj Tilak that will happen, the Raj Tilak will be of her brother Tejasvi Yadav. So far, during the talks that were happening between the JDU and the RJD had told the JDU representatives who were speaking on behalf of Nitish Kumar that they were ready to give outside support. Nitish Kumar was uncomfortable with that kind of equation. He certainly would want Tejasvi Yadav to be part of the government. So indication is that there will be a role for Tejasvi Yadav, but the question that will be asked is that if in 2017 Nitish Kumar walked out of this alliance with the RJD saying that he doesn't want to carry or bear the burden
Right.
of Tejasvi Yadav's taint of corruption, then what has really changed 5 years later?
And you know, the